have to adopt. We could have our own.
Well, this is about...
Test tube babies, yes. Oh, it's what I want, Kevin.
Well, it's not what I want.
Kevin?
Forget it, Glenn. I mean that.
But it's what we want. It's what we both want, a baby.
No, not that way. We decided that we would adopt.
When there's a chance to have our own?
You don't know anything about it. Why not work for us?
It would, if you just read it. The woman in there, the one they talk about, she had the same trouble as me. Blocked fallopian tubes, but it worked for her and she'd waited years.
That doesn't mean you'll be suitable. Look, no, I don't want to talk about it. Come on, let's go and see the house.
This is what's important to me, Kevin, not some house.
You're over the moon about it before.
Yes, because I could see us living there with our baby.
We will, in time. First things first, find the house, make our own home, then think about a family.
I want a baby now while I'm still young.
Well, you're not getting one, not this way. Tell them. Well, go on, tell them. Oh, just as I thought everything was working out all right, she goes and springs this on me.
Well, Glenda?
She wants a test tube baby.
A what?
Bought a book home from the library for me to read.
Yeah, and you won't even look at it, will you?
A test tube baby? Oh, Glenn.
I don't believe this. What do you know about it? What do either of you know about
Enough
it?
to put me right off, I tell you.
Well, you won't even look at the book.
Oh, they'll put anything in books. I mean, it might sound all right.
Oh, Mum, that's written by the men who made it all possible. They're not going to say it's all right if it isn't. Oh, just read it. Both of you, that's all I ask.
It's very interesting, what I've read of it.
Thank you, Dad.
I suppose you'll be saying next that you approve of the idea.
As a matter of fact, I do. I think it's a bit of a miracle. You've got my vote, love. You go ahead and have your baby.
Crowded, noisy, and bound to get worse.
Won't you join me?
Actually, I only came in for a look, but yes, I will for a second.
I suppose that David's told you that I've let a little unpleasantness worry me. Well, David thinks that it could be an unpleasantness anyway. I'm sorry, Barbara. I've got no right to come here and dump my problems on your husband.
You didn't just come here, Kate. You accepted an invitation. No, David didn't go into it. He thought it was something that neither I nor anyone else should know about, in case questions are asked.
It's not the place for a quiet drink after work, is it?
No. If you're so susceptible to noise, perhaps you're regretting not taking up Jill's invitation.
Jill?
Jill Harvey's? Chimneys?
I don't understand.
Well, she told me that she was going to invite you to stay there, in case you wanted quiet and peace. Well, at least tell David to do so for her. Give you a choice of staying here or there. Oh, well, it must have slipped his mind.
I honestly don't remember whether he mentioned it.
No, well, you were in a bit of a state, weren't you? At the time. Well, let's hope this lot doesn't get us all into a state.
Yes, and there's a lot of people who've blamed you for this.
They're all right.
Yes, they may be, but they jumped to the wrong conclusions. You were right and they were wrong, and they want to say they're sorry.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter none to me, you know.
Well, it does to them, Benny. Now, I think it's better that you get this over with before you start work tomorrow, OK? Listen, when they say they're sorry, you just make it easy for them, OK?
Yeah. Huh?
Well, just by saying thank you, just accept it gracefully. Come.
Come in.
Here he is. None the worse for wear.
Went off and left us.
Sorry.
No, it's us that should be sorry for having doubted you. You said all along you'd put the oil in.
Oh, yeah. We want you to know, Benny, that other people made the mistakes all along the line, and you are completely in the clear. And this won't affect any jobs you're offered in the future. Now, Sharon has assured us about that, and we're both very pleased.
Now you can just settle down and put the whole unfortunate episode behind you.
And I want to give you this. And thanks for the kind thought.
Oh no, you keep it.
Come on, don't be silly.
No, but it's going to cost a lot of money, and I mean, Teddy, he ain't got no money, has he?
We all think that you've paid enough, Benny.
You should have gone with him, you know.
I didn't want to go looking at houses tonight.
You're a funny girl. You knew how excited he was about this house. He was dying to show it off to you. Why couldn't you have waited? There'd have been a chance later when he was in a good mood.
I know. I wish I had waited now.
He doesn't realise how important this is to you, having a baby of your own.
Neither does Mum.
Oh, she's just thinking of your health. All this is so much mumbo-jumbo to her, frightens her to death.
You will talk to her, though, won't you? I do need her on my side.
Well, I'll try. Trouble is, we're both in the doghouse now. Me because of my wanting to retire, and you because you want your baby.
You are serious, then?
Yes, I am. I was putting the car away the other night, and I suddenly noticed the leaves on that maple turning red and gold. Beautiful. You know, I hadn't even realised it was autumn till then. Where did spring and summer go to, I thought? You don't notice the seasons when you're earning a living, Glenda, not stuck in an office. Made me feel ashamed. All that going on all these years, and I'd never even noticed. Yeah, well, I'm going to put that right now. So you go ahead and have your baby. It's what you want most in life, and I'm not going to see you robbed of it. Besides, I want to see my grandson running about before I get too old and crotchety to play trains with him.
Thanks, Dad.
Hey, look at that. What a picture, eh? What a bonny little girl.
Now I'm looking at her mother. Just think what it must have been like after all those years being told you could never have a baby.
Like I said, a miracle. So just you hurry up and get on with yours.
I can't do it without Kevin.
Oh, he'll come round to the idea. It's all new to him. He hasn't had time to think, like your mother. When they realise that you've set your heart on it, they'll go along with it. You'll see.
Well, that's better, isn't it? At least one can hear oneself scream out here. Is there anyone in the office?
Only Barbara.
Could we go over there for a minute?
Yes, yes.
Apparently Jill said I could stay at Chimneys.
Yes, I know.
I think I should.
Aren't you comfortable here?
Gets a bit noisy.
Tonight's an exception.
And I feel I'm in the way.
Way?
Your way. Barbara's way. I think what I'm trying to say is that I don't want to unsettle a happy marriage, however slightly.
When did you hear about Chimneys? Has Have you had words?
Barbara's been very thoughtful and kind.
But she did say you could go to Chimneys.
There you are, you see. I am unsettling a marriage.
No, I don't see.
You suspect Barbara of being unpleasant.
I thought the suggestion was that she suspected me of being too loyal to a valued friend. You was going to save my life once. At least made it worth living.
You'd have stopped gambling sooner or later of your own accord. You'd have stopped if Barbara had been here. Wouldn't you prefer me to go to Chimneys?
It's not what I prefer. It's what you want to do. Why shake your head? You must know if you went to Chimneys, it would give Barbara a reason to think there was something between us to worry her.
What do you advise, then, David?
Thanks.
Thanks?
For answering my question. If you wanted to go, you'd have said so. You hesitated, which means you want to stay. Good. That's settled the nonsense. You stay.
How many MOTs you done today, then?
I done 7.
Oh, that's a doddle, mate.
I'm building up gradually, mate. I'm at a very delicate age. Sorry, so we're closed. Well, do my eyes deceive me? Or is it Sir Benjamin Hawkins calling for his roller?
The very same.
How are you, kid?
Fine.
All dressed up and nowhere to go, then?
Oh, I had to go and see Mr. and Mrs. Hunter.
And now, offered you a partnership, I bet?
Oh, no, yeah. Just they wanted to say sorry.
Hello.
Oh, and they did.
Oh, so they should, too. So you're back with us tomorrow, then?
Yeah.
Great.
And they said I can do all the same jobs again. Not just washing and polishing, the proper jobs.
What? Well, I don't know, what do you think? Shall we tell him?
We might as well.
Well, they said that I could.
Out of touch with developments, that's their trouble.
Yeah, but I can do it.
Yeah, well, who said you couldn't? Of course you can do it. A dab hand with an awl can you, mate, if ever I've seen one. The thing is, you see, Benny, we're in stuck. We're screaming out for help.
You see, now Terry's gone. Nobby's taken over the respraying, and we're a little bit short on the mechanical side.
And we were wondering if...
You'd sort of help us out.
How?
Well, preparation, wet and dry, plenty of elbow grease.
As a favour,
Very important job, this.
Yeah, but I won't have to do any painting, will I?
Yeah, painting, no.
Oh, good. Because, that mask that Nobby, it looks funny, doesn't it?
I think Nobby looks better with it than without it, if you ask me.
Yeah, OK, then. Preparation. Yeah, that'd be nice.
That'd be terrific.
Yeah. Listen, Benny, do me a favour. Don't wear the suit.
Oh, no.
You seem to be getting terribly low on sodas and ginger ales. Somebody's left the stopper off the brandy. Would you like a drink, darling?
No, thanks.
No, I don't think I will. In that case, I think I'll go and have my bath and change for dinner.
Why did you unsettle Kate by bringing up chimneys?
Do you realise how odd that question sounds?
Don't you understand it?
Are you trying to pick a fight with me, David?
I'm asking if you have with Kate.
Had I wouldn't have thought she was the sort of girl to come running to you to complain.
You would say that, boy.
We're in danger of this turning nasty, David. And if it's a matter I've managed not to bring up with you, I'm sure that you'd find it easier not to bring it up yourself. After all, I'm the odd one out in this situation. Not you, nor she.
Are you suggesting Kate is interfering with our marriage?
Are you saying that I'm interfering in your friendship?
I think perhaps you already have.
In what way?
Chimneys.
Oh, darling, forgive me. Every time you use that word, I have a strange urge to laugh. Oh, sweetheart. What next? We're going to make a clean sweep of chimneys?
Why not? Why not say where you thought fit to tell her that Jill invited her to stay there instead of here?
I think that's a bit much. The more important question of this marriage of ours is why you didn't pass on Jill's invitation before Kate decided to stay here. It was my suggestion that you should give her a choice. And you said in front of Jill and myself that you would do so. But you didn't, David, did you? You gave Kate no choice at all, and nor did you give me one. Instead of her coming as a guest, she was someone you just moved in. And instead of my receiving her as a guest, I had to put up with an imposition. Anyway, I'll leave you to brood on how unreasonable women can be in general.
It's a bad debt. I've written it off.
Even so, somebody's got to pay, and it was Terry's fault.
Oh, come on.
What?
Terry paid. It was the best part of 300 quid. Knock off the 2 noughts, he'd still be pushed.
What are you going to do, then?
Oh, Reg can pick up the tab on that little lot. He'll claim it off his income tax anyhow, sir.
I'll tell you something. If our Terry ever shows his face in here again, you'll have to tie me down.
That could be arranged. So where's Benny now?
Back at Mrs. Price's.
Right.
I phoned her to explain everything. She nearly gave me a medal for getting shot of our Terry. Oh, by the way, I did thank Ashley for going over to Peachy to track Benny down, but will you and all? Will you just say how grateful I was that he bothered?
Yeah. He was glad to have something to do.
Well, even so. When does he start back, by the way, full time?
Next week.
Oh, good.
I wonder. Well, living with failure and all that?
come on.
Oh, I know. You don't see it like that. Neither do I, as a matter of fact, but you try telling him. For the last 3 months, he's been living with a purpose, planning a future. Now it's all been taken away from him.
Come on, not everything, surely.
Everything that matters. Oh, we've talked at considerable length. We don't seem to get anywhere. It sort of churns him up inside, you know?
Funny. He doesn't show much.
No, I know he doesn't, but it's there. Believe me, it's there.
It's all settled then.
As far as I'm concerned, you're not going to find a better house at the price.
Well, when do you exchange contracts?
Next week. I'm going to see Dad's solicitor on Friday, after I've settled things with the bank.
It's a bit quick, isn't it?
Gotta be, or we'll lose it.
Well, I hope Glenda gets a chance to have a look round before you sign.
She had that tonight. It's not my fault she turned it down.
It's all the same. You are jumping the gun a bit, lad.
I want things all drawn up and legally binding before she gets any more daft ideas in her head.
I happen to agree with it. I mean, what's the point of medical science making progress if everybody's too frightened to take advantage of it?
You don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I know a damn sight more than the pair of you. You haven't even listened to her arguments.
No, and I don't intend to either, so don't you go encouraging her to think different.
And that goes for me, too.
Huh. Reactionaries.
What?
Mac's not back yet. His car's not in the drive. I hope he's all right.
Why shouldn't he be?
That letter from Trina upset him.
I bet he's gone over to see his mum and talk things over. Well, I'm ready for bed. You coming, Arthur?
Oh, I might as well. All right, Glenda. Take it easy, mind.
Night, Dad.
Don't you go staying up all hours. You're in enough trouble at work without being late in. Night, Kevin.
Night.
Kevin, I'm sorry I didn't go to see the house with you this evening, but whatever you decide, I'll go along with. I know you've set your heart on it, and it must be a goodbye.
I wanted us to see it together. I was looking forward to it.
Yes, I know, but if only you'd listened to me reasonably...
Reasonably? How'd you expect me to be reasonable about a thing like this? You spring it on me out of the blue. All our plans gone for nothing.
Why do you say that, Kevin? We can still go ahead with
Not
our
if you
plans.
go on like this.
What have you got against it, Kevin? Why is it all right to think about adopting a baby, but out of the question to have our own?
Because we can't have our own. Not like other people do.
We can, if you just read the book. You're afraid of your part in this, aren't you? Afraid it's going to cast doubts on your manhood, is that it?
Nothing wrong with me, love. It's not my fault you can't have kids. Sorry, Glenn.
No, that's fine. At least we know where we stand now. Don't worry, Kevin. Nobody's going to blame you. Nobody's going to question your precious virility. I want this baby so much. I'll take out an ad in the paper clearing your name. Is that enough for you? Is it? Does that satisfy your precious male ego?